At 1,000 calories and more than 60 grams of protein per meal, this HamBULKer helper can be just what the doctor ordered to provide you with the energy and nutrients you need while you're bulking. Here's how you can make it. I should note before we get too deep into this that you can easily adjust this recipe to fit your needs if you aren't bulking and just want a regular sized meal. Simply having the recipe will give you a 500 calorie portion, and I'll mention some other subs along the way that you could use to lessen the caloric load as well. To start the cooking process, cut up all of your vegetables into a small dice first. Use 1 medium onion or 200 grams worth, 3 to 4 medium carrots or 227 grams, and 3 to 4 stalks of celery or 112 grams. I try to make these all the same small size so that they cook evenly, and because I want them to almost dissolve into the dish and be unnoticeable. Cutting them to a small dice should help to make that happen. In addition to the onions, carrots, and celery, grate or mince up a few cloves of garlic until you have 1 tablespoon or 15 grams worth. Then you can take 6 ounces or 170 grams of spinach and roughly chop it into smaller pieces. I like to include spinach in these pasta meal preps because it's a painless way to add some leafy greens into your diet. The leaves wilt down to almost nothing and are hardly even noticeable in the end. For the last of the chopping, wash and cut 3 medium russet potatoes or 500 grams worth into a medium dice of about 1/2 inch cubes. The potatoes are included here to help boost up the caloric load. If you're not needing the extra calories, I would just omit them. Next, in a large stock pot over medium-high heat, add 2 pounds or 908 grams of 85-15 ground beef. Cook this for a few minutes on each side so that it has the opportunity to brown and the fat to be rendered off. Choosing a leaner grind of meat, whether it be beef or turkey or something else, is another easy way to take away some of the calories. Once it is cooked through, remove the beef from the pan but leave all of the fat that was rendered off. We're going to use this fat to cook the vegetables in. Because it's getting counted in our nutritional estimates at the end, there's no reason not to use it, and it will help save us some fat since we don't have to use any other oil. If you have an egregious amount left over in the pot, you can take some out if you feel it's going to be excessive, but I had just enough to cover the bottom of the pot, which ended up being perfect. Add in the celery, carrots, onion, and garlic, season lightly with salt, and allow these to cook down and soften. Give them time to brown and cook in that fat. This will help provide lots of flavor to the final dish. After it's cooked for about 10 minutes, add in 1 tablespoon or 3 grams of dried basil, 1 tablespoon or 6 grams of paprika, and stir that around to incorporate the spices. Then pour in all of your chopped potatoes and add 1 can or 411 grams of petite diced tomatoes, 2 cups or 480 grams of 2% milk, 3 cups or 720 grams of chicken broth, and then 12 ounces or 340 grams of elbow pasta. Then add back your cooked beef, stir the mixture up, and bring this to a light boil. Once it has just started to boil, toss a lid on top and reduce the heat to low to allow this to simmer until the noodles are cooked and the potatoes have softened. It should take around 10 or 15 minutes. You can stick a fork into one of the potatoes to test it for doneness. Depending on how much starch your potatoes released and how much liquid the pasta soaked up, you may or may not have some residual liquid left over in the pot. This should boil off after you remove the lid and finish the cooking process. Add in 1 cup or 112 grams of shredded cheddar cheese and then all of the spinach that you chopped earlier. Mix this together to wilt down the spinach, and then you can add in 1/4 of a cup or 68 grams of ketchup, and then 1/2 of a cup or 60 grams of grated Parmesan cheese. Stir everything together to melt the cheese and give it a taste test. Adjust flavors with salt and pepper if needed, and if your mixture is still too watery, allow it to reduce with the lid off for a few more minutes. Once you are happy with the flavor and consistency of the mixture, it is ready to go. This recipe makes 5 servings, so get out 5 meal prep containers and divide the contents of the pot evenly between your 5 containers. This is quite the hefty meal, so make sure that you choose containers that will be big enough to hold everything. If you want to have exact measurements in each dish, you would need to weigh the total of the food plus the pot, subtract out the weight of the pot, and divide that value by 5. That number would be the total weight that goes into each dish. As I always mention, as long as you eat all the meals by the end of the week, it doesn't matter if they are slightly different, as it all evens out in the end. Your body doesn't run on a 24-hour clock, eyeballing it will be just fine. Each one of these HamBULKer helper meals has about 1,000 calories and 62 grams of protein. Once the meals have had the chance to cool down a bit, you can toss on the lids and move them into your fridge. These will last in the fridge for up to 5 days. This recipe should also work well in the freezer, so if you prefer to freeze things, just make sure you have a nice airtight container and pull them out of the freezer whenever you're ready to eat them. For reheating purposes, I take them out of the fridge, pull off the lid, and place them into the microwave in 1-minute intervals, stirring every minute until it is hot. If you plan to freeze these, I would remove them from the freezer the night before you want to eat them so that they have the chance to thaw, and then just reheat like normal in the microwave. This meal is highly palatable and easy to eat, making it a breeze to get in a big dose of calories. Eating enough to grow muscle, especially trying to do it without overdosing on cookies and ice cream, can be a huge struggle. I think meal prep is one of the best solutions to this problem, as you give yourself easy access to high quality foods that you know are going to put you on track towards success. I've always had trouble putting on weight in the past, and any time I've been successful in doing so is when I have made meal prep a focus. In the end, calories are king. Eat more than you expend and you will gain weight. Put a focus on protein intake and stimulative training with that, and you'll almost certainly see some muscle growth come with it. I've included a link to the written version of this recipe on my website in the description of this video. On my website, there is also an alternative version of this recipe to make it a bit lighter in calories if that's what you're looking for. That's all for this week. See you next Sunday.